So things just keep looking more and more expensive for PlayStation. We got another price increase, not on consoles this time, and not in the regions we mentioned previously. If you missed that video, check it out. I'll try to remember to link it down in the description below. Basically, PS5 console prices went up in certain regions, and now PS Plus is going up here in Canada. And yes, I am a fellow Canadian, so if you are also a fellow Canadian, let us all have a moment of silence for the price increase that we are about to experience. Okay, that's enough silence. I know that was like a half a second. Listen, we're going to jump straight into this. Not going to waste any time because this is absolutely ridiculous. It is getting so freakishly expensive that I legit just don't even know. Let's start from the bottom tier and work our way up, which is going to be very sad to say the least. So for the essential, for Canadians, previously, it was 95 Canadian dollars per year. Now, it's up to 110 dollars Canadian per year. What does that mean? Well, it means there is a, what is that, am I doing the math right? $15? Yeah, $15 price increase per year for essential. So we got to pay $110 for the basic. Just the basic. We got, those PS Plus games every month or whatever. We got online multiplayer, and we got some exclusive discounts and like short, cloud storage and share play and all that. Let me put this into perspective. We'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Let me just continue. The second tier is extra, right? To 190 Canadian dollars. Previously, it was 154. Do the math. That is $35 increase. Am I doing the math right? I'm doing it like right on the fly. $35 increase for extra. Of course, with extra, you're getting the game catalog, the Ubisoft classics, the whatever. I don't know. That's a lot of money. We're pushing $200. Now we got one more tier, the premium. Tier 3, okay? Premium, 225 Canadian dollars. Previously, it was 190. Do the math, that is $35 price increase. Wow. So what did I say? $15 increase for the essential. I think it was $30, I think, if I'm doing the math right again, for the extra, and like $35 for the premium, or was it $35 for both? Roughly, whatever, ballpark. So that's a lot of money right now. Obviously, if you're comparing this to the USD, US dollar is a little different, right? So for every 100 US dollars, I think it's like 130 something Canadian or whatever. So, I mean, the Canadian dollar is not great, but I mean, even by Canadian standards, I mean, this is a lot of freaking money, an extra $15 a year for just the basic package. Now, again, I want to put this into perspective. Okay. Now, this is something I would probably talk about more on my Nintendo channel. If you're into Nintendo content, you can check the links in the description below. I'm covering a lot of Switch 2, but with the Nintendo Switch 2, there's been a lot of controversy around pricing with stuff. The main thing people have been mad about is the price of Mario Kart World. But with that, people have started getting mad at everything else that has to do with the price. There's other things that are more reasonable even, and people are just like they're getting mad at that too. It's just one of those snowballing effects. But my point is, Nintendo Switch Online, it's $50 US a year. So I think that's like, I don't know, it's like 20 or $30 cheaper, roughly, if I'm doing the math right in my head, than PS Plus Essential is. And yeah, the online server's not as great, right? We don't have the same voice chat capabilities. Switch 2 is going to have voice chat capabilities, specifically with friends. But it's not the same as we're getting on PlayStation, in terms of like the servers and stuff. But everything else that comes with it is a steal. You're getting a bunch of NES games, Super NES games. Okay, well, you got to get that's with the basic package, Super NES and NES. And then if you get the expansion pack, which is a little bit more, which is still, I think, cheaper, if I recall correctly, or ballpark to the essential pack of PlayStation, you're also getting like N64. You're going to be getting GameCube games on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. That's launching June 5th with the Switch 2. You're getting the Sega games. I'm missing something. Game Boy, yeah, that's it. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. You're getting all those games as well. Whereas for all of those kind of classic games, you want to get the PS1 games and stuff, I believe that's locked under the premium for PlayStation, which is like $225, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's a stupid amount of money. $225 per year. I mean, dude, you can buy the Nintendo Switch 1 for that price, roughly, ballpark, you know, maybe the Switch Lite or something. That's a lot of money. Okay, you save that for a couple of years, you could pretty much buy a PS5 almost, you know, or maybe a PS5 on sale or used, but still, it's a lot of money. So I don't know. Look, I wanted to talk about that really quick here on the channel. Is it going to happen to the US? I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's happening just to Canada. Usually this kind of thing happens when something happens to the US, it happens to Canada usually as well, and vice versa, because I don't know why. It's just, I guess, because North America, we're all part of the same continent. I don't know how Mexico fits in that equation though, if you know, prices are typically go up and down with the, you know, US and Canada as well, but yeah, it's not good. So what do you guys think? If you're a Canadian, what do you think about this? What are you going to do? Are you going to keep paying for it? Which tier are you going to buy or purchase or whatever, subscribe to? And what if it comes to the US? If you're an American or wherever you are in the world, if this kind of price increase would come around to your region, right? $15 for essential, about like, what was it, 30 for extra, and $35 more for premium. How would you feel about that in your region? Let me know in the comments. Again, from the Nintendo content, you can check that out if you want to. We're covering a lot of Switch 2 news and gameplays and walkthroughs and guides. We do everything Nintendo over there, and then everything not Nintendo in this channel. So keep it locked, and I'm going to go cry in a corner and really consider whether I want to continue my PS Plus membership or not once it expires, because that's just not good. It's not good. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Game on. See you guys later.
Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is gonna fade, that's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kinda like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later!